The Daytona 500 on Fox is sponsored by Sprint. Get NASCAR Sprint Cup Mobile. Only from Sprint, only on the Now Network. And we welcome you back. The wait is over. Now it's time to hand it over to the man who will call today's race and guide us through another season of NASCAR on Fox. Larry McReynolds, Mike Joy, Darrell Waltrip. Gentlemen, start your talking.
Thank you, Chris.
No problem.
Engines are running. Hearts are racing, especially in the cockpits of those 43 cars. Darrell, only 32 men have ever won the Daytona 500 from behind the steering wheel. What are those drivers feeling and thinking right now?
Mike, every sport has its big event. Every sport has its premier event, the one you want to win. This is our premier event. This is the one that when it's all said and done and you got all those trophies lined up in the case, that Daytona 500 trophy will be the one you look at the most and remember the most. No matter how many times, once or 10 times, that's it. That's the one.
Larry, we had a lot of rain this morning, and usually daytime to nighttime, the drivers see what essentially are two different racetracks. What about today?
Well, these cooler temperatures we have right now, they're going to take the green flag. It's closed the gap, but there's no question. We've got a lot of pit stops. Some rubbers get down on this racetrack, and these guys know they're going to have to make major adjustments on the car. The nighttime is the right time, and that's when you better have that race car right. But, Mike, it's 200 laps, and the lap that I'm looking for is lap 199, one lap to go, because if you look at the last two Daytona 500s, the man that led that lap did not take the checkered flag first.
Let's have a look at the Budweiser starting grid for the 51st Daytona 500. Starting shotgun on the field with the past champions provisional Terry Labonte in a Toyota. Regan Smith, Travis Kvapil got in on their time trial speed, as did Bill Elliott. Matt Kenseth, one of the drivers, will have to go to the rear, as will Andretti and rookie Scott Speed due to backup cars, and Ryan Newman, who also crashed earlier in the week. Reed Sorensen with a new team, David Reagan back with Roush Racing. Kevin Harvick, he'll have to go to the rear with a backup car. Robbie Gordon, Elliott Sadler, and Sam Hornish, another of the 7 drivers who will fade to the back on the pace laps. David Rudiman, former winner Michael Waltrip. Jeff Burton and Casey Mears, who is now Burton's new teammate. David Stremme, new to the Penske organization, and Marcus Ambrose from Australia. Clint Bowyer, Jamie McMurray in row 11. Starting 19th and 20th, A.J. Allmendinger, now in a Dodge, and Paul Menard with a new team as well. Scott Riggs and Jeremy Mayfield, neither of those teams existed 30 days ago. Carl Edwards, a season-long favorite, and can Casey Kane return to victory lane this year? Kurt Busch, the runner-up last year. Dale Earnhardt Jr., the perennial fan favorite. Bobby Labonte, another past champion, and from Tampa, young upstart Eric Almirola. Joey Logano at 18, the youngest driver ever to start the 500 with his new teammate Denny Hamlin. Juan Pablo Montoya from Colombia, and the reigning Sprint Cup champion Jimmy Johnson. Brian Vickers, who's won at Talladega. Tony Stewart, who won yesterday, but he will also go to a backup car. In row 2, Kyle Busch, who pressured Stewart to the checkered flag in yesterday's nationwide race. And Jeff Gordon, winless all last season, but a winner on Thursday. And the fastest 2 time trialers, Mark Martin, second, age 50, looking for his first 500 win, and Martin Truex Jr., and then Earnhardt Ganassi Chevy, the pole sitter for the 500. Today's race is brought to you by Budweiser, the perfect balance of flavor and refreshment. Enjoy the Great American Race with the Great American Lager, Budweiser.
You know, one of the sentimental favorites this week is all week long actually has been Mark Martin. Let's check in with him and see how he's feeling this morning. Mark Martin, it's a DW Fox Sports. Got a copy?
You know, just got the whole world pulling for you, and just really, really proud. What an awesome team you guys put together.
10-4, boss. All because of you, buddy.
Yes, sir. We're proud to be a part of it. And yes, Fox, I do have a copy.
All right, Mark. Got one question for you, buddy. I don't want to know about the boys back at the shop. I don't want to know about how the car's running. I want to know what winning this race would mean to Mark Martin, who came so close 2 years ago.
DW, I think I'd cry just like you did, pal. And I've never done that before. So we got the car to do it. We just have to how the cards play out here at the end. Make sure we're here at the end, and then see how the cards play out.
10-4, Mark. What are you worried about most today, buddy? What's your biggest concern as you come to get the green one to go?
Getting caught up in somebody else's rig. That's my only worry, really, to be honest with you.
Well, to echo your boss's, Rick Hendrick's words, America's pulling for you. Good luck.
Thank you, buddy.
And there is Rick and Linda Hendrick, owner of 4 cars in this year's 500, including Mark Martin's. That was his voice you heard first when we tried to talk to Mark.
There you see it, 500 miles, 200 laps, pit road speed, very important, especially if you've been out on the racetrack running almost 190 miles per hour, 55 miles per hour on pit road. The pit window for Sunoco race fuel, 42 to 46 laps. We talked about the 7 cars that crashed during the duels and in practice. Those right there, they will have to go to the rear of the field to take the green flag.
Let's have a look at today's FedEx Keys to the Race.
This is actually understanding the race, and we're looking at things a little different. It's the way crew chiefs look at trends or patterns of the Daytona 500. A look at the past 8 500s here at Daytona. The total number of cautions, average 7. The most we had was 11 in 2005, 2006. The first caution comes roughly about lap 32. The earliest in the last 8 races was lap 8 in 2004. The latest was lap 81, actually last year. The longest green flag run, 68 laps. So what that means right there, these crew chiefs know they're probably going to have at least 1 green flag stop. Green laps to the finish, the average is 19 laps, but the last 4 500s, we have only had 3 green flag laps or less to get to the finish, and we'll see how these trends and these patterns come into play in today's race.